Hi, I'm Meg.
And I'm David.
Welcome to The Average Vegans, a podcast to help you live an attainable vegan lifestyle. We're not the ripped influencer vegans you hear about in other podcasts. We're just some ordinary people living in the South, eating plants and loving animals.
And on today's episode, we're going to be a mini episode of Current Vegan News.
Oh, jeez. That was
Current
lame.
It always is. To clarify, it is the current vegan news.
Yes, we're just going to barrel through some cool vegan headlines that we have seen over the past few weeks, few months, something like that. These are things that I send David whenever I find something cool, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh
It's
my God,
usually
Becky.
look
Look
at that
at her butt.
It's usually a new product like launching or some kind of like crazy, shocking vegan stuff. So we've got some really good ones today. I'm pretty excited about it. I'll take the first one. So the company Philadelphia launched the first vegan soft cheese, only in the UK, of course, but that's great. Good for you guys. So it's Philadelphia vegan cream cheese. So it's the same brand that everyone buys when they eat dairy. Like, I'm shocked. I'm so excited. It's made from like a unique combination, as what they put, of oats and almonds. So I think that's like interesting that they use two different bases, right? Like normally it's like a cashew cheese or like
coconut oil or
right.
That's an interesting little combo there.
So I think that'll be really delicious. So it took 2 years to perfect this recipe. I'm really glad that they took their time because they wanted to make sure it had the taste and the texture of what you're used to with Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm glad. There are times I think, is it the Trader Joe's one that I don't like? I think it is. I don't really like the plain Trader Joe's vegan cream cheese. So I'm excited to see if this one's as creamy and yummy as I remember, that old school dairy cream cheese being. They do have plant-based butters, so they're not like new to vegan products, but this is a new option for them. Most of my vegan cream cheese is from like basically vegan companies, right? It's not usually from a major dairy company. Right. I get my butter from a major dairy company that now makes a vegan option. But for like cream cheese, this is a new thing. I'm pretty excited about it.
I might have to try that one. Usually I do the oh my God. Why did I just forget the stupid name?
I use Kite Hill.
Um, um, Soy something.
Tofuti.
There you go. Yeah, I usually use tofuti. But that's interesting. Might give that one a shot to see what it's like. Cause that might maybe have some fancy bagels this weekend to see how that's like. That sounds pretty good.
I'm a bagel girl. I said this in the last non-dairy episode that we did where we talked about cream cheese. I love a bagel. So this week I had Dave's Killer Bread bagel.
So good. This sounded so good.
Okay, so I had a Dave's Killer Bread bagel toasted with I think it's everything Kite Hill cream cheese, and their texture is my favorite. It's almost like a whipped cream cheese. Oh, heaven. And then I sliced fresh tomatoes from my garden. I know you're jealous. Salt and pepper and a little nutritional yeast up on it. And it looked delicious. And I didn't take a photo of it because I devoured it. I was like, gone. Damn.
Understandable. Looked, yeah, it sounded, but it sounded, I didn't see it in the picture, but it sounded
I know. Oh, it's so good. But I'm excited to be able to buy from like a major company if I need to. Not every grocery store has a vegan cream cheese option. So maybe if it's from Philadelphia, it'll be at a major store. So exciting.
I mean, I remember when I was younger, I'd like my favorite ones was like the flavored cream cheeses, like the strawberry cream cheeses, and they had a couple others were stupid good. I hope they do a flavored one. That'd be great.
I'm so glad you just said that. So, where was I?
I don't know.
God dang it, where was I? I think I was at a different. God, where was I? Yeah, this is gonna bother me.
Mars.
I can't remember
stars.
where I was, but they had
Publix.
stop. They had like
New
five
Jersey.
different Kite Hill cream cheese options. It was Publix. It was Publix, and they have a strawberry cream cheese now.
Oh man, strawberry! I don't know. Like, strawberry cream cheese is just my jam. I don't know.
I went. Oh!
Yeah.
My husband's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my god, there's strawberry cream cheese!" And it has like new on the label, so it's not like I'm old to this. But Kite Hill does have a strawberry cream cheese.
Oh my god!
I found it in my little like tiny town Publix. I can visually see it now, so you guys can definitely find it if you live in Atlanta.
With a spoon, I'm telling you, man. Just
eat that so much. And then put like fresh strawberries on top. Oh my god!
Oh, some peanut butter too mixed with that. Oh my gosh, dude! I'm telling you. All right, we gotta go. I gotta go to the store. Find this shit.
Oh, we're gonna talk about more food in the next one, so this is even better. I'm gonna make you so hungry by the end of this.
Oh my gosh, I already am.
All right, you do the next one.
All right. So you can now try Natalie Portman's favorite vegan bacon at 550 Burger Kings. Excuse me. France is the sole country to deliver the veggie steakhouse, but when plant-based diners call the company coming out for forgetting the bacon, vegan meat brand Levia.
Yeah, I think so. Levy
stepped in to fix the problem. A 6-month trial period. Plant-based bacon sales are up nearly 25%, doubling in 2020 to 257 million market value, according to Bloomberg.
Jesus.
Right?
My God. And it's because there are a lot of plant-based bacon options on the market, but they don't have a lot of them suck. A lot of them are not good.
You have to like fry them in a ridiculous amount of oil just to get something out.
And if you go like 1 second too long, they become like the worst texture on the planet.
Most places with vegan bacon, they basically it's almost raw. It's like floppy. I'm like, I want crunchiness.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I'm excited to hear this because one, I didn't know there was a veggie steakhouse burger at Burger King's in France. Jealous. Right. But now you're gonna put freaking vegan bacon on it. Like, what the hell? I'm so jealous. Yeah, so I don't really care about Natalie Portman, but I like that she's investing in some vegan bacon. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean she's pretty outspoken vegan as well, plant-based person as well. As a matter of fact, apparently in the recent, because she's in the new Thor movie.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a kissing scene between the two of them, and he stopped eating meat for a couple weeks before that scene. So
that's so sweet.
It's either that or it was on her requirements, which wouldn't surprise me. She's like, "Y'all go fuck yourself if you don't." Yeah, I can see that being a requirement or something. But yeah, so apparently I saw that too.
I'm floored by that. Like, I wonder how often that happens.
Right? It's like I was watching something with Woody Harrelson this weekend, and I was like, because he's extremely outspoken, and I was like, when there's something that has he had like leather gloves, and I was like, I wonder if like they have to like he has a writer that says like they have to provide synthetics for him, or he just considers it part of like the character and doesn't really connect. I don't know. I should look into that.
Oh, that is a good question. Yeah. But I bet you he makes it vegan because I just don't even think in the character he could, possibly like touch that, because like even vegan leather feels kind of the same. So it would feel still like you're in that character.
What's funny is in that character, it showed him like making breakfast. This guy's like a murderer or whatever, but he's always plays these like really vicious characters.
Of course.
Either comedy or vicious. It's weird.
Yeah.
But he's actually like making some of the jackfruit. He was cutting a jackfruit in half and pulling out the pieces, and then it kind of cuts to like a close up of hands cracking an egg, and I'm like, it didn't show him doing it.
Nope. That's so.
It literally shows him cutting up the jackfruit, cuts to his hands, cracks the egg, cuts it back out, and he's like mixing some stuff. I'm like, he didn't crack that.
Nope. He's like, I'm not doing it. Yeah. That is amazing.
I bet they had a stunt double come in to crack an egg, which would surprise me.
dude, I'll get paid to crack an egg. And no, I won't. I'm vegan, but you know what I mean?
Pass.
Like, that's like, what a job.
Right.
What a job. Hey, you don't actually have to jump out of a truck that's moving at this time. You just have to crack an egg because you won't do it.
I was surprised. Yeah. I was like, look at that. So that's pretty interesting.
That's pretty cool. I like those little moments when they're like, no, like there's like little moments when you just kind of go, that's just a hard no for me. I won't do that. And this is totally not as amazing as that, but it makes me think of it. So I am working marketing and I make a lot of graphics for our company. And when it comes to Christmas time or Thanksgiving, I guess, a lot of the images, like especially Thanksgiving, a lot of the images people share are, it's all centered around food. And I will go through and find only food that has like a pie or like, sides. And I will make sure there's not one speck of a poor turkey carcass on that image.
Right.
And my boss noticed one year, he was like, you just avoid the whole turkey, don't you? I'm like, I sure do.
Damn right.
I sure do. And he's like, you know what? I'll let you have that. I'm like, thank you. Because it makes no freaking difference. But it's just like a tiny little thing where I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that anymore.
Yep. I do not blame you. Like whenever I'm watching like something, I'm on TikTok or scrolling through and then somebody's like cooking, like, no, that's good. Nope. I'll hide the phone. Like, I'm not looking at that part. Okay, I was like, any part that like I'm not gonna look at it. I go, no.
Yeah, there's always like one tiny little part you have to skip, and you're like, or they like sneak it in there sometimes too. Right. Good grief. Okay,
you were very excited about the next one.
Oh, I'm so stoked! Oh my god, I'm so stoked. I might cry. So, this is so exciting. The first vegan food truck wins the Great Food Truck Challenge, the TV show from the Food Network. I watch this every year. I love it. I think I'm one of the few vegans that can watch most cooking shows and not like, vomit or change the channel. I just kind of like, I don't really, when the stuff comes on the screen, I don't want to see. I just don't look at the screen for a second or two. Like, I am consciously able to look away during those moments. I freaking love the Great Food Truck Challenge because they travel around the country, usually in different areas. One time it was like Alaska and that parts of the country, which was really difficult. But they travel to different country or different parts of the country, and they have different challenges each time. Years ago, there was a vegan food truck, but the show didn't let them make like accommodations. So if they gave you a product that was not vegan that you had to use in a dish, they would not use it, and then they'd lose that challenge, and then they'd do really horrible because they lost the challenge because they refused to do it. But it feels like in this season that they've kind of given them more of you can find a workaround that's plant-based, which I really appreciate.
Right.
So it gave them the option for a vegan truck to step up and freaking win. The thing that breaks my heart is I found out about who won because of freaking Facebook, because I saved the episode for myself. And I was like, I'm just going to save it as a treat for tomorrow night. And then the stupid results came up on my screen. I was like, damn it. But then I couldn't be too upset because it's the vegan truck.
Damn right.
All right. So Senorita, like it's Senorita. It's so cute. So LA-based Cuban pop-up food truck. They are the first ever to win the Food Network's The Great Food Truck Race. The company, Senorita, was founded by, and I'm going to try my very best, Evanice Holes, and the team consists of Shaylee Saludado and Audrey Law. They started the food truck 12 years. The show started 12 years ago. And I honestly think this is only the second one, because like I said, I only have seen one other vegan food truck. So 2 in the history of 12 years have attempted to be on this show, and finally one of them wins. my favorite thing in the world. Are you guys ready for the craziest vegan twist? It came down to the vegan food truck and a food truck called Maybe Cheese Born with It. Great name. Love this truck. It's an LBG.
That's me.
It's an LGBTQ plus truck, and they are amazing. They have like a drag queen that does like all of the like advertisements when they park at places. And Maybe Cheese Born with It is one of the freaking best names I've ever seen. But the vegan food truck beat the cheese truck, you guys. Come on. That's beautiful.
That also sounds like a roller derby.
Ooh.
Name.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I was just like, it could have been like, I don't know, some kind of a waffle truck or something.
Right.
And it wouldn't have been maybe as like super special as beating a cheese truck. Are you freaking kidding me? So they won in the final city of San Diego with a $50,000 grand prize. So Senorita started in 2017 in East LA. What's pretty funny is that the creator of Senorita would pack her Prius to the brim with ingredients in a little mobile kitchen, and she would literally like sling her plant-based Cuban fare around the city of LA from her Prius.
Nice.
I mean, if I'm walking down the street and you have vegan food, I'll do pretty much anything for your vegan food.
Right. Is that out of a trunk? Well, I mean, it's okay. It's just plants. You can't make this gross. Let's do it.
Enough. So apparently there's like a cult following for some of her dishes. She has a jackfruit lechon. I don't know how to say this. But it's jackfruit pork, and it's got like a citrusy, peppery marinade that people love. She's got these buttery guava and cheese stuffed pastries. I have to give all this last thing. Oh my God, it sounds so good. Loaded cassava. Is that how you say that? Cassava fries topped with pickled onions, avocado, cilantro garlic sauce, dairy-free queso, and lime.
All right.
Bitch, give it all to me.
I know what I'm having for dinner.
I'm so excited. So I am planning a trip to LA next year. So if they're around, I'm gonna freak out and go find them. I'm so excited. So it's just nice to see like a vegan company do well on a food competition on the freaking Food Network. Like, that's crazy. Blows my mind.
That is very cool.
Very, very cool. Well done, ladies.
Well done. The next story. United debuts a new plant-based menu items from Impossible Foods. So this is the United Airlines, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to call them something else for some reason, and I work in the airline industry, so I should know. We don't work with United, so I'll use that excuse. But they have a new collaboration with Impossible to do an Impossible meatball bowl, which. When I first read that, I was like, is this like a college football thing? But no, I don't know why.
oh,
like,
shit.
What? And then I realized, it's a meatball bowl.
Instead of the Chick-fil-A bowl.
Right, exactly. I was like, that's pretty cool, man.
Meatball bowl.
But they're doing it exclusively in select U.S. flights. Sorry, my brain's not functioning. So essentially, if a flight is more than 800 miles within continental U.S., you'll get the Impossible sauce. You get the Impossible bowl, and the sausage is available in Polaris lounges in Chicago, Los Angeles, Newark, and San Francisco.
Oh, jealous again.
Yeah, so I'm like, where can I fly 800 miles?
Right. I just love that they give you, it looks like they give you a breakfast and a like lunch or dinner option. And I just find that, we get screwed when it comes to breakfast as vegans. Right. So to see that they acknowledge you might want to have some freaking breakfast if you're on a flight that's during the morning is so awesome. That's amazing.
Because like the bowl features three meatballs, Impossible meatballs made from plants, and broccolini served on a bed of couscous and topped with herb-infused tomato sauce.
Okay.
Meatballs are made with a custom mix of Impossible beef made from plants and Impossible sausage. Oh man,
I know,
seasoned with
right?
savory home sauce. Yeah, that sounds really good. During breakfast in Chicago, O'Hare, Los Angeles, Newark, and San Francisco lounges will offer ground Impossible sausage as as an optional omelet ingredient,
Oh,
and Impossible sausage breakfast patties in the buffet.
I wonder if you could probably find like a biscuit that you could put the breakfast patty on.
Probably like a bagel
I
or
hate
something.
that they're like, here, you can have Impossible sausage in your omelet.
Yeah,
No,
I'd
thank
probably
you.
switch it out. Maybe that with like some bagel with some of that. It was some Philadelphia cream cheese. I don't know. That sounds kind of weird. That'd be kind of good. A little sweet and
No,
savory.
that'd be delicious.
A little creamy savory. Yeah, that'd be good.
Ooh. Now I
Uh,
need to get some
I'm
Impossible
getting hungry, man.
sausage.
I'm about to just eat
I know,
my
right?
microphone.
I
Yeah.
wonder like what kind of options were did we have options? Like as vegans flying, were there any options? Like I've never actually had a meal on a flight because
Me
I've
neither.
never.
I've seen photos. It's usually like a wilted salad and a fruit cup. Is usually what I've usually seen.
So kudos to United, and maybe this
Fair.
will push some other, airlines to include vegans because we do fly.
Right.
We'd like to eat something, please. Because
Even
believe me, I'm gonna cry if you don't give me an option.
even like I usually fly Delta and on like they come around with a little snack cart. You get your your little snacks and I get the Biscoff cookies.
Yummy.
And like there was one time I can't remember, it was like I usually get the cookies and something else, and they were out of the other thing. I can't remember what it was, and they gave me 2 packs of Biscoffs. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you scored. I
But
actually like pretzels, so I don't mind when they give me pretzels.
that's what it was. I wanted to get
I like
pretzels
them.
and the cookies, and they were out of the pretzels, and I was like, oh,
Mm.
crap. And so I'm getting 2 Biscoffs.
I hate peanuts, so do not hand me those.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, because they had the honey roast peanuts, which obviously can't do.
No.
Yeah.
Ew. On multiple levels.
Right.
We can just be plain and I don't want them. All right. The next one is also about some delicious food. Okay, so Country Crock, another dairy company, has come out with vegan whipping cream. I am stoked. So they have margarine already, but now they have a heavy whipping cream that's made with lentil milk. That blew me away. What in the absolute crap?
Okay.
You guys should see David's face just now. What?
Lentil milk.
That's
All
what
right.
this article says from Veg
Okay.
News. Lentil milk and a blend of plant oils such as canola and palm. And it's in a ready to pour container. So it'll be available at Kroger nationwide and Publix, as well as Price Chopper. Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while. That's a New York grocery store. Piggly Wiggly in Alabama, Albertsons, Safeway, and United Safe Market. So like a multitude of different places you'll be able to try this product. In 2019, they did come out with their plant butter line, which I have had Country Crock's plant-based butter. It's pretty good. It's a very environmentally friendly version. They're trying at least. They have different options. They have an olive oil, almond oil, avocado oil, which I love that. That's so rare to see, like an avocado oil butter. It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
But so they're not like new to being, offering vegan products. But again, like I said about, what was the other brand? Philadelphia.
Okay,
I just find it so interesting when a fully dairy company is like, I guess.
like, fine, we'll do it.
These people won't go away. They're growing in size. Fuck. Guess I gotta make them something. But as I'm reading this article, because I was like so excited about some whipping cream, they talked about how Silk also has vegan whipping cream or whipped cream, but I don't think I've ever seen it like in stores. So I didn't know that they've had that since 2020. Dairy-free heavy whipping cream from the Silk brand, which I use a lot of their products. So I'm bummed that I had never seen that. But it's made with a blend of coconut and sunflower oils, fava bean protein, and sunflower. And it's in a ready to pour like product as well. So that's always amazing. Like they make it so it's super easy. But I love how they've used completely different ingredients.
Yeah.
That's Wow, it's so interesting. The
the
only two
wrinkles.
companies that make a dairy-free heavy whipping cream, and it's completely different ingredients. We
Very,
might
yeah.
have to do a side by side and see which one I like the most.
Oh,
I
no.
know. Also compare the prices because I have a feeling this new product might be a little expensive. We'll have to see.
Never know.
Yikes.
That'd be interesting.
All right, your turn.
All right. So, this is our plea to Truist Park, home of your Atlanta Braves.
Woo-hoo.
To please do some plant-based options inside the park, just as they are offering now at Wrigley Field.
Woo woo. So
Uh,
jealous.
um,
Oh.
they sorry, make sure recording is still going good. Okay, so the camera always have problems pronouncing it. Plantera Foods, who makes Ozo. I don't know if you had the Ozo stuff at all.
I have
It's
actually,
really good. I've
yeah.
had the burgers; they're really good.
Mhm.
They're partnering with Wrigley Field to add a plant-based burger, chicken nachos, and more starting July. So just started.
Nice.
Currently, they're serving the Smokehouse Ozo burgers, which is the one I've had. Super good.
That sounds amazing.
Later on in the season, they'll be offering additional options such as nachos topped with the rotisserie chicken shreds
Oh my
and Mexican
God.
grounds. I'm down. Their burger was like ridiculously good for what it is. It wasn't. It was a little pricey, but not as much as some of the others.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't. I've had their burgers before. They're really good.
That's so exciting. Wow. I'm jealous. So, Truist Park, we love you guys. You're great. Braves are great. We both have the options to go to the games all the time. However, unless I eat at one of the restaurants around the park, there is barely anything for me to eat inside. Like some fries, some like random like side things.
Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, there's like no, there used to be when they first opened Truist Park, and when it was like SunTrust Park, they had like a vegan burger as far as I know,
And a veggie
but
dog.
now, yeah, now it's gone. So rude. So rude. So I have the option to go see the Braves because my company has like season tickets, and I don't go very often because I don't want to have to eat beforehand or sacrifice the fact that I can't eat. So I know the Braves are amazing, but I'm all for Wrigley Field over Truist Park right now. So burn. Oh,
Jeez.
wow, that was mean.
That
That's so mean.
was a lot.
I mean, come on. They
Quite
have
aggressive.
nachos with like rotisserie shreds on them. I'm so jealous.
That does sound really good.
That's messed up. I'm jealous. Okay, so the next one is supposed to be my turn, but you actually saw this, so I'm going to make you finish it up too.
Okay, fair enough. So Kevin Hart, so this weekend I was talking to a friend of mine about something about Kevin Hart, and I was curious, like, is he plant based? Because it seems like a dude who would be. He actually recently, 'cause I think he had a car wreck recently, so this kind of like put some stuff, life perspectives, his life into perspective. And recently, on an episode of Joe Rogan's podcast, mentioned
Puke.
that he,
Puke. Sorry.
yeah, right, no, absolutely.
Sorry.
He is following a plant-based diet. So he also is opening a plant-based fast food restaurant called Heart House, I believe, out in California. Is where he's doing
Of
this.
course, California gets everything.
He said he's mostly plant-based. He does do chicken every now and then, but he basically eventually it was like he realized he doesn't need to eat so much red meat.
Right.
And he started more understanding where protein comes from and like his options. And he started doing actually what he said that mostly plant-based, but then he started using Beyond Meat for red meat options. Really loved that. He says after liking the Beyond Meat burger the most over most plant. I'm really bad at reading, guys. I'm sorry. But it has a quote. I'm reading a quote. So after liking the Beyond Meat burger the most over other plant-based options, he said, "Well, let me see if I can be more consistent. Since doing that, I've had seen a significant change, just being more vibrant, more up and at it."
Oh, and he's already like a very energetic person, so
Very.
that's saying something.
Oh yeah. So he added, "My days were always long, so there used to be a wall that I would hit." He added, explaining that he used to eat beef burgers without the bun, probably carbs. Which,
Yeah.
that's the one thing. As well as steak and eggs for his protein. He says whatever it was, I always hit a wall. Hit a wall every day, where I'm dozing and crashing. Now I don't have those crashes. And we've talked about how plant-based proteins are not as heavy. They don't weigh you down. So and also the way they break down, they're more energetic and that sort of stuff. Yeah, he's good. And within it, he said he mostly follows a plant-based diet. Joe Rogan was, not super on board with it. But he said he feels better. He knows there's a massive difference just over his overall energy levels and recovery. Does eat chicken around then, but we don't assume. I prefer it didn't, but those changes alone are amazing. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I love that he specified that he doesn't have the afternoon crashes, because I think, you can give people a million reasons to go plant-based and eat vegan diet. But when you say very specific things like at 2-3 o'clock, you're not going to want to go take a nap, you're going to be able to finish your workday like the same energy level. That's shocking to people. Like that's life changing, because that can be so exhausting. And it's interesting that he would specify that, because again, he's such a outgoing, active person. Like you don't see that he has a wall, so he's vulnerable enough to be like, yeah, when I ate like that, I had crashes and now I don't. I love it.
I see that like holidays and like Thanksgiving, everyone's eating these animal heavy products, like they're eating the turkeys and hams and eggs, and they're just like, my whole family's like right at the end just crash or just like slaying out. I'm like eating 5 plates. Like, how are you eating this much? I'm like, it's all plants, man.
And you're like, where's the pie?
It's not gonna like sit as heavy. It doesn't take doesn't take much out of me. I should research on why that happens with meat, but but I notice it myself. So
yeah, I just love when celebrities go plant-based but then talk about it a lot. There's probably a bunch of them that eat a vegan diet but don't ever talk about it, because they don't want to be like stigmatized or whatever, or because people do still make fun of us because they're jerks. But Kevin Hart, amazing. Love that he's so open about it now. I mean, even to tell Joe Rogan, which he knew was gonna probably fight back against it,
right?
But I also want to point out Lizzo is an amazing vegan advocate lately. She eats some amazing food. She shows all of her vegan meals on TikTok and shows people that she has been eating vegan and working out and doing all that. And I love when they show what they're eating, when they talk about specific things that make their lives better when they go vegan. It just gives a little bit of motivation to people that put a lot of credit into what celebrities think. And I don't give a crap why you go vegan. If it's because Lizzo and Kevin Hart are, fuck yeah, go for it. I don't care what makes you go vegan, but I just am excited when other people kind of praise the way we eat.
Absolutely.
Yay. That's awesome.
All right.
So this is Minisode number 5 with a bunch of very cool news articles. We're always looking for other ones for the next Minisode, so please send me some, because I look for them all the time, but I need some extra help. So if you find some cool vegan news you want to share, you want us to talk about, you can message us on Instagram or Facebook at The Average Vegans, or email us at theaveragevegans@gmail.com. Obviously, you can listen to the podcast wherever you get your podcast fix: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, all of the above. Make sure to leave us a review, recommend us to everybody. Anybody who might be interested in a vegan lifestyle, let them know about us. You can find show notes, links, and more at our website, theaveragevegans.com. And again, we want to hear whatever vegan news you think we should talk about. We want to hear any of your episode suggestions or any questions you might have. But that's about it this week, guys.
All right. Well, until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.